Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. And this time I'm going to be talking about some Kickstarters. And I'm talking about it because the numbers are amazing. Okay. And when I say numbers, I'm talking about the money raised. Blade Runner, the role playing game, apparently the most anticipated RPG of 2022. I don't know how that works. But Blade Runner, the role playing game, has over 7,800 backers, raised, okay, it went live earlier today. This is Tuesday, May 3rd. I'm recording this just after 9 o'clock p.m. It's at $807,000. It's got 22 days to go. It's just short of 808 right now. It's updating live. Is this likely to be something that could knock on 2 million? Possibly. Now, by the way, look at the pledge goal of the original goal of $10,101, which is total bullshit, right? What can we say about this one? It's got a great IP. How important is IP to a Kickstarter? It's apparently pretty important, right? The Lord of the Rings Kickstarter, that hit how much? It hit, I want to say 1.5. It was well over. It was well over 1 million. Great IP. Blade Runner, a better IP than I thought it would be for this, but I think a lot of people really enjoyed the first Blade Runner movie. I actually saw the sequel a couple of months ago. I was actually impressed. It was pretty good. All things considered, it kept pretty much the feel of the first one going to a large extent. Now, why do I think, besides the IP, it's going so well? Free League is a well-known company. People respect it, but where is it? The official Blade Runner RPG will propel you into the streets of Los Angeles as Blade Runners with unique specialties, personalities, and memories. The core game and its line of expansions will push the boundaries of investigative gameplay in tabletop RPGs, giving players a range of tools to solve an array of cases far beyond retiring replicants. By the way, you notice that this isn't a game that's trying to shoehorn like, oh, well, we need to have every... No, you're all Blade Runners, okay? No multiple races. This is your basic profession. There might be specialties within it, but they're going to keep true, so far as it looks like, to the themes. Apart from the core casework, the RPG will, in setting and mechanics, showcase key themes of Blade Runner: action, corporate intrigue, existential character drama, and moral conflict that challenge player characters to question their friends, empathize with their enemies, and explore the poisons and perseverance of hope and humanity during such inhumane times. And it has a content warning. Now, you know a good content warning probably adds about 10% to your total funding. The Blade Runner franchise deals with dark and existential themes, and this role-playing game is no different. The stories told in this game can be violent, distressing, and raise issues relating to personal morals. This is not a game for children. All right, pretty cool. And I'm sure a lot of old school gamers are going to hear that, see that, and go, all right, well, that's for me. And if you look at the side, I pledged. I'm the get everything in print level, including the starter set. Now, do I think I'm going to play this? Quite possibly. This is one of those, I was on the fence thinking about it this morning, and I was like, hey, you know what? We're early afternoon. I was like, I'll enjoy it, even if it's just to read the lore. Why not? Right? You're allowed to do that. And 91 is still kind of, as far as gaming goes, that's kind of like in that kind of impulsive range. All right, not totally impulse buy, but still, you can think about it. Now, Old Gods of Appalachia. This is interesting. This has just under 3 days to go. It's got 12,000 backers. It's got 1.6 million in backing. It's Monty Cook Games. I've had a number of people reach out to me telling me, "Hey, Eric, you got to cover this." And I know Monty does good stuff. I still have an issue with the the first of his releases because I couldn't read the fucking thing. The background on the pages was impossible to read, so I'm always wary about backing anything from Monty. But Monty does, he puts together good stuff. The cover art looks amazing, and obviously, again, stretch goals. Stretch goals. I hate to say it, but they knew they were going to make at least $1 million on this one. So the first, I don't know, 7 or 8 stretch goals are bullshit anyway. Stretch goals, if you're Monty, you know the numbers were already baked into the final project and the profitability. Okay, it's not like I don't know, somebody doing axes and anvils and the Wandering Wizard, a few other Kickstarters at one time, who just sort of, if I keep on adding stretch goals, I'll get more money, but they add cost. Monty, I think he's got the cost down, and I think he knows where it's going to go. But the next stretch goal is ambient audio. I mean, maybe. Old Gods of Appalachia is a role-playing game of the green, the dark, and things even more ancient, in which player characters protect what's important and try to know the unknowable. It is set in the alternate Appalachia of the Old Gods of Appalachia podcast. I don't know the IP. A captivating eldritch horror anthology created by Steve Shell and Cam Collins, and the winner of the 2021 Discover Pod's Best Overall Podcast and Best Audio Drama or Fiction Podcast Awards. You know what? Maybe something I got to check into. I'm always open to a new podcast. Sounds interesting. But here's the thing. It uses the Cipher system, and that's Monty's house system. It's a hefty core book. Fine. So whereas the other one, I got starter set, I got the rules in print and PDF, and I get the stretch goals, and that cost me $91. Old Gods of Appalachia in print standard edition is what, 70? 70. But if you want the limited deluxe edition, it's 120. But wait, there's more. The limited deluxe edition and the standard edition in print and the Old Gods RPG in PDF and the campaign journal and a set of 5 character portfolios. See, this is where this shit gets ridiculous. Okay? So you thought that you could go in for a cheap price, but really what they're selling is to at least 1,200 of the backers, the all-in. And let's be honest. Yes, it looks interesting. You know what? At 75, I got just under 3 days to decide. I may jump in. It's going to join my pile of games that will never get played, may get read, but will look great on the bookshelf, right? You'd love to have that on a coffee table and have one of your non-gaming friends or lapsed gamers come over and go, "Holy shit, what the?" It looks really cool, and you can go really fucking crazy on Monty stuff. But here's the question to all of you. All right, these are going to be huge Kickstarters. No, this might be. Old Gods of Appalachia may cross the $2 million mark. It's certainly going to come close to it. Blade Runner could certainly hit 2 million. Is that going to, I don't know, decrease your opportunities or your chances to back something not as big? Is it a zero-sum game? In other words, if I spend money here, I can't spend money elsewhere. Or maybe you don't like the Cipher system. Maybe you don't like, what was it? The Free World's, base system. Free League says, sorry, Free League. Maybe you don't like their rule set. Maybe they don't fit into your case. See, I don't always. My belief and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you might come here looking at Blade Runner, you might back it, and then you might go, oh, what else is on Kickstarter? And then maybe find something else that's priced much lower and go, oh, that's an impulse buy. I'll just add it in. It's like when you go to the supermarket, right? And you get your cart full of shit, oh, especially at Walmart. But you go to the supermarket and you pull up to the register and it's all this impulse shit, right? It's all this lower price stuff that, hey, maybe you want. Maybe you want. So I don't see these two projects necessarily holding back other projects. Now, pretty much unrelated, Jeff Jones, the layout artist for Continual Light, and I have discussed it, and this could be its own episode. I could be announcing this, but I'm going to sneak in at the end here. Continual Light will release this summer for Zine Quest. So yes, it's going to be Kickstarted. No, I am not running a Kickstarter. It's going to be in Jeff's hands. It's his project. But that is the current plan. I think that's a good plan. And I think it's just going to get extra eyes on it. And I'd love to see it be a decent success. I'm not looking at a huge success. The artwork's amazing, though. I think you've seen that. So, but now you think about it, like, well, how many, you're out there with all these other zines, isn't there going to be too many? No. I don't see that as much of an issue as some others might. Again, it's not zero sum. For some people, it is. Some people, I have $25 to spend on gaming this month, and I was there when I was younger. But now that I am older and have discretionary spending to some extent, not as much of an issue. Now, if you want to support the show, easiest way to do so, I'm going to put a link into the show notes. There is a sale going on at Drive-Thru RPG for the rest of the month. It's a D&D sale. PDF products 20 to 40% off. Shop through the link. You help the tavern. This is where we get the monies to do giveaways and the raffles. So come on, it's for a good cause, and it gets me review products, so I don't have to dig into my own wallet. I just dig into the affiliate monies. Come on, it works. So like I said, using that link, portion of the sales will support the tavern. On that note, we are still in the midst of the world of the pandemic. What does that mean? It quite simply means use your common sense. All right. I've been watching videos, updates from doctors and other medical professionals. I've been reading articles online. And COVID's out there, but for the vast majority, it's presenting as a cold. Or allergies. Who the fuck knows what I have right now? But use your common sense. All right. Take precautions that you need to take. All right. Other than that, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice. Roll them well. Oh, and I'll include links to these Kickstarters as a pinned comment. All right, folks. On that note, I'm out of here. Laters.